In 1971, Aurora offered a new slot car line called AFX, Aurora Factory Experimental. That first year, let's have a look at the catalog. The first offering on the new catalog was not AFX cars, but previous generation Flamethrower cars, the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which were the lighted cars. Let's scroll down a little bit. So here, the AFX Rally Whip race set, which included a Too Much car in avocado green, and then a 426 Hemi Daytona Daytona car, which was deep red and white backstripe. I've not seen either of these cars in my journeys looking year after year on eBay. So I'm wondering if this set actually was available for sale and if these cars actually made it to market. You know, if anybody knows the answer to that, I'd appreciate you commenting on that. Now, in their 4-lane race set, Monster, they have all 4 available cars. I'm assuming they were all available. You had a turbo turn-on with white with an orange top, and a white C28 with black stripe and accents, and then the olive green turbo turn-on with white dark black top. And then you have these cool rust kit controllers that are black and orange. But the track was the previous generation, clipped together and with metal axles and plastic tabs. So, or the metal guide pins, that is. Here they're still promoting their Tough Ones cars and other regular HO offerings. Lots of HO stuff, so they were still trying to sell that stuff. Now we get to the AFX area down here, and we're going to see studio drafts of cars that were to become available. But apparently they weren't available at this time. Not at the time of the publication of the catalog. Okay, California oval race set. Got your Z28 and the Too Much car there. I've not seen those cars, nor the 426 Hemi car or the turbo turn-on car. Yeah, these are cool sets with orange controllers. Not seeing any of this. Very cool. Okay, it looks like that's about all. For 72, which was the Christmas season of 1971, they began to expand the line, and the new track with the clipped together track was now being promoted. And new wall pack, it was cool. And Rally 500 race set with a Javelin, I guess, and a Nomad. Very neat. That's the first set offered here. AFX California Oval race set. Funny car, Vega, and looks like a Javelin, I think. Got your pit row special with a turbo turn on, and then a Plymouth Roadrunner 71 or later. And then the snowmobile, which are not AFX. Your AFX 24 Hours of Le Mans, which was debut of the Flamethrower cars, the 917 Porsche, and then the Ferrari 512M, which remained the only Flamethrowers for the first few years, I believe, but not available as yet in translucent yellow colors, at least not in 72 catalog. Some of the sets available. Now this is the set that our dad got us. We were 4 boys, I was the youngest, and this was an amazing set. You know, we were glad to take turns using it. And the price of this was, let's see, how much was it? $72. A lot of money in 1971. Dad was awesome to be getting us this set. Let's see what else is going on here. Firecracker 4-lane set. Yep, you got your McLaren 1968 McLaren M8B high wing car and your Ferrari car, which both those were Canadian Can-Am cars. Canadian American Challenge Cup race. And of course the Porsche 917 Ferrari 512M, part of that. And now your Super 2s are being offered or talked about in this catalog, 72. Other cars available. I'll pause a second so you can stop it if you want to read this. The yellow plain number 7 Daytona Charger was the car I received in that above set we were looking at, the Monza Spider set. That was my car. And got some cool cars becoming available here for the 72 season. And then they were still promoting and selling their previous HO generation of cars in this catalog. Selling their accessory track here, the hairpin turn, S-curves, Daytona bank curve, diagnostic centers, so very neat. Monza bank curve, which I have in my set right now, along with the hairpin turn. Yeah, it's very cool. So that seems to be the end of the 71 catalog. pardon me, 72 catalog. For 1973, the Aurora AFX catalog looked similar, but we'll go down here and look at anything different. Yellow wall pack. Orange wall pack still available. You're starting out with the Monte Carlo race set, which we got this year as a supplement to the Monza Spider racetrack that we got the year before. Our dad was awesome. You get this stuff being, you know, pretty much middle class income, because these were expensive back then. Monza Marathon. It's cool. New for 73. Can-Am car, stock car. Translucent cars became available for 73 as well. There's your Flamethrower cars, still using the early design, first design. And the lineup. And then here in the carousel, there's a level 2 translucent Porsche 917 car, the kind of golden yellow translucent car. And then down here you've got your translucent Baja Bug and the translucent 55 Chevy. So here we're seeing the debut of the translucent cars, AFX cars. And here we're showing the full set of Super 2 cars, which my brother and I both got one. I got the red one, and I believe he got the blue one. And we immediately tore them up, tore the weights off, ended up switching to a regular mean green motor plate. We were kind of disappointed with the performance of these, and we, you know, we don't have them anymore. Something happened to our race car sets and other toys. They disappeared. But we remember them. I remember them. Track accessories. Yeah, that's cool. For the 1974 season, the catalog is showing a golden yellow translucent Porsche 917 right on the cover. I think they like that particular car. I know I like it. So let's go down and see what we got here. I'm gonna turn this around. Same as usual. Rust kit controller and track. Everything's kind of hold over from the previous year, but now we got a Revmatic sound track, and that's pretty cool. Never got that. We're kind of getting older and thinking about real cars at this point. It's very neat. And that's the end of that catalog. And here's a supplemental to that 1974 catalog showing, again, the 55 translucent yellow Chevy, 55 Chevy, and then the Baja Bug translucent car, as well as the level 2 translucent Porsche 917 on the carousel. And they're showing the same model flamethrower bodies, the early design for 1974. Again, the accessories, 74 accessories. For the 1975 catalog, let's see what they have available here. They're now using Jackie Stewart as a promotion spokesman. And here they're showing the open vent, golden yellow translucent flamethrower cars, and the Porsche, or excuse me, Ferrari 512M flamethrower, and the translucent golden yellow Porsche 917 flamethrower car there on the nightlight set. But when we go down further, we're going to find out that the body number has changed. It's the part number. For this season, they went to a different type of flamethrower body and mechanism. We'll go ahead and scroll down, scroll through these tracks. Got your McLaren M8B there, 1968 model, high wing, and then I think that's a Lola, the white car next to it. I hope I'm right. So for 1975, the model number for the flamethrower cars did change. It became a number 1973 for the Ferrari 512M here. Sorry, it's a 1974 for the Ferrari, backwards. And then 1973 is the number for the Porsche 917 flamethrower body. And they went to a different design headlight assembly as well. And the cars became closed vents, but here they're showing open vent cars. I guess because these were, convenient to use, these stock photos. Same accessories and cars. For the 76 racing season, the AFX catalog, and see what's different. I'm going to turn it on its side here. Oops. Showing the different sets. Night set. Four-lane set, firecracker, Grand Prix. Pretty cool. We were no longer playing with our sets at this point in time. We gotten older. I was working toward my first automobile at like 15 years old. And so we just weren't playing with the stuff anymore. Dad wasn't buying it. Again, they're showing the previous generation open vent flamethrower cars while at the same time showing the newer model numbers, which are actually for the closed vent models with the light directing box mounted up underneath the closed vent. That's why they closed them, to allow for that box to fit there. But the box worked well. Worked very well. The lights lit up very nicely with that box. And for the 1977 season catalog, they updated their promotional photos to the newer flamethrower bodies, which showed the closed vent cars. and the correct model numbers, 1973 and 1974. And they offered the new Daytona flamethrower car as well as the Chevelle Stalker flamethrower car. That's very good. That's cool. I do have the Daytona and the Ferrari 512M and the Porsche 917, but I never did get the Malibu Chevelle Stalker. So for 1978, they added additional flamethrower cars. The Z28 Camaro with the red, white, and blue theme, and Monza GT, and the other cars previously mentioned. And that's it for the history of the Aurora AFX flamethrower cars for now.